Hello and thanks for clicking. My name's Mark. Today I wanted to do something a little different. I notice when I'm commenting on other vinyl community channels, I say a lot, I have that on CD, but I don't have it on vinyl yet. And I started thinking about it, and I'm like, my CD collection probably has a more interesting diversity than my vinyl collection. When I started recollecting vinyl a couple of years ago, it was mainly to restore my Beatles collection and everything, just kind of restore my collection in general prior to the 1990s when I gave most of my records away. So I've been kind of playing catch up on vinyl, but I have a lot of CDs that artists on CD that I don't talk about much simply because I don't have them on vinyl. And I wanted to use this episode to talk about artists I don't get to talk about much. Eventually, I plan to have a lot of these artists uh, on vinyl, but not all of them. So I just pulled out a small stack and I'm just going to go over them just so you can see a more honest representation of what I listen to. The first one I came across is the Modern Lovers. I love Jonathan Richman and the Modern Lovers, especially this album. I cannot tell you how much I love this. I play it constantly, or I used to. I don't listen to CDs much anymore ever since my last few cars haven't had CD players in them, and that's why I listen to CDs. So I don't listen to them much anymore. But this has every song on here I really like. But there's a song called Pablo Picasso that I would highlight here. There's a song called I'm Straight Here, all about hippie Johnny. You might recognize Jerry Harrison went on to Talking Heads. I have another the Berkeley Years of Jonathan Richman too. Another band I like is a band called Nada Surf, and I particularly enjoy this album called Lucky. And what brought my attention to Nada Surf is I have a friend named Greg Peterson. He moved to New York City many years ago, but we stay in contact. He's an old bandmate of mine, and he produced a lot of his own albums. And Nada Surf loved his song. The film did not go round, and they recorded his song, and it's my favorite song on the album. And it's not just because my friend wrote it. It's a really good song. So Nada Surf, Lucky, uh, Primus. I don't have any Primus on vinyl, believe it or not. This is Sailing the Seas of Cheese. Primus. A couple standouts. Jerry was a race car driver. You know, he drove it so goddamn fast. Never did see a checkered flag, but he never did come in last. Um, there's a song on here called Tommy the Cat that features Tom Waits on it. So Primus is a band I don't have on CD, along with the Pixies. Can you believe I don't have any Pixies on vinyl, just on CD? This is Doolittle, their big one. This one, I pulled this out because I was just looking through my CDs. Uh, this is Bob Marley and the Wailers Legend. Quite famous uh, reggae album by Bob Marley. This, there's a good chance I won't get on vinyl. This is probably all I need from Bob Marley. Reggae I like in limited doses, but it's just not something I listen to a lot. An artist I really liked is the late great Vic Chestnut. This guy is an incredible singer songwriter. If you know his story, kind of a I can't I can't say kind of. It is a tragic story. Um, he did end up ending his own life, but About to Choke and West of Rome are the ones I pulled out for this video. This may shock you, but I don't have any Sonic Youth on vinyl yet. Definitely going to be in my vinyl collection eventually. This is Dirty. I think Mike Kelly is the one who did the cover for this famous artist. I don't have any Cure in my vinyl collection. This is Wish. A band I really enjoy, but don't have it on vinyl, Hoodoo Gurus. I love the Hoodoo Gurus. Some of the earlier stuff I love more than this, but this is a great album and a nice Australian band. Lloyd talks about Hoodoo. Lloyd from Mr. Hats and Music Chat talks about Hoodoo Gurus now and again. And then I'm going to finish off with, I guess you would call them industrial, but I went through a really big Ministry phase. I saw Brian from Embryonic Robot talking about A Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste recently. Reminded me about this CD. I pulled it out. Another one I have is Psalm 69. Yes, they use that number for being so it would be provocative. I don't think there is a Psalm 69, is there? Anyway, this is Ministry, and I even have a CD single. They do a version of Lay Lady Lay, believe it or not. Ministry doing Lay Lady Lay. Kind of cool. I don't know if I'll make another video like this, but I do have plenty of CDs that I could talk about that I don't have on vinyl. But I thought this would be a fun Sunday project for me, just to talk about some bands I don't get to talk about very much and show off a more diverse collection than you've probably seen on my channel before. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.